Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Joenojoseph, and I'm back at it again with another one, you feel me? Today, we're tapping in, man. You guys were really enjoying those glamour interviews that I was posting before, so of course I had to check out Perry first, and now we're diving into Bae, Miss Jesy Nelson. She's pretty much going to be talking about how she went through like her eating disorder and things like that, and also like just being really depressed. And I'm really hyped to check into this, man, because I really like seeing people at their most natural state, you know what I mean? Like, I really enjoy seeing people try their hardest to basically let the world know that everyone's going through something, you know what I mean? Like, that's so strong right now. That's such a big thing in the world that we're in right now, because a lot of people try and hide it. A lot of people try and say like, oh, I'm just doing amazing, blah 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 blah, all the time, every day, like it's just such a good day. And people are liars, man. Like, everybody's going through something. Like, don't ever believe that someone's just happy. There are some people, okay, I can't even say it. There are some people out here who are actually generally just happy 24/7, okay? But it's very rare to find. So again, guys, just remember that you're amazing. Remember that we're all going through it, all right? Let's go ahead and get into the video. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys leave some healthy feedback down in the comment section below. Let me know how I can change, what I can do to kind of make myself better to present you guys this kind of content as well. And also, like, if the setup could be better, like, just let me know. Like, if you guys don't like something, make sure you leave a comment that says, I don't like this, but if you did it this way, I might like it. You know what I mean? Instead of just being completely 100% a douchebag, okay? So let's get into the video, man.
Welcome to GLAMOUR Unfiltered, hosted by me, Josh Smith, where we meet
some
of
this guy,
the most
man.
inspiring celebrities every fortnight, and we get to the heart of the issues that mean the most to them. And today, we are joined by one of the queens of Little Mix. It's Jesy Nelson!
On online trolls, empowerment, and
Babes,
the dark side of
how are
social
you?
media.
I'm very well, how are you?
I'm good, but I mean, I've been on a
love
very
her, man.
emotional journey today because I've watched
you.
your documentary, which we're
Yes.
here to promote, which is going to be on BBC. And you talk about, very movingly, in fact, about the trolling you've been through,
Yeah.
your mental health struggles,
Yeah.
and how you've amazingly come out the other side.
Yeah.
Now, for people who might not have seen the documentary yet, just talk me through what kind of journey you've been on personally with online trolls.
Well,
It's not even
guess
out
I
yet.
just
How
went
could I have seen
from
it?
someone who really wanted to perform from a really young age, like that was all I knew, to then going on X Factor, which I thought was going to be the most incredible experience ever, to then it becoming the worst experience of my life.
Oh, man.
And it was mainly due to social media and how much it affected me. So when it just like, they were like, you know, here's your mobile phone, this is what you're going to have, you need to have Twitter because you need to start engaging with fans, you need to start like connecting with them, they need to start knowing who Little Mix are. I was like, okay, this is cool. But then was just not the experience I expected it to be. It was just
Haters.
endless amounts of comments of what people thought of me and my appearance, and I just didn't know how to deal with it.
What kind of comments were the ones that were the biggest trigger for you?
Do you know what? People commenting on my face. I think I got used to people calling me fat because I was just like, okay, whatever. I'd seen it so much. It was when people started going in on like what my face looked like, when people would like, you know, make memes, and then people would chop my head off in group photos and like replace it with a monster or replace it with ET or a sloth.
Oh,
and
dang.
like, and I became like a bit.
People are horrible, bro. I did not know it was that bad. Like, I have seen some like Little Mix memes and stuff like that, but it's like, you do like, okay, even when I search about them, like I see a lot of like bad stuff, and it's honestly like, even myself, like when I go through the comment section, like it's so easy to like see 3 or 4 bad things, and then immediately like your mind switches over to now everything that you see is just like horrible. Like, you literally just deep dive into it, and you almost start to like give more light to the bad stuff than you do the people who are actually celebrating you, and that's crazy, bro. Like, God, it sucks that she had to go through this, because she is beautiful. She was gorgeous back then, and she still is now. Like, it just sucks, bro. People are always going to have their opinions about you. Just know that, all right?
Ever like a joke to everyone, and it really, really knocked my confidence. I just never experienced anything like it in my life, and I thought I would be able to deal with it, and I couldn't. When people knew it affected me, they went in more, and I found that baffled me a lot. Like, you could,
crazy.
everyone could see how much it was affecting me, but yet people seem to want to like do it even more.
Do you think it was easier for you to deal with it because you had the girls beside you as well?
It made it worse because I was being compared to 3 other girls. I honestly think if I'd have been a solo artist, it wouldn't have been as bad. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I think because I was with 3 other girls and I was being compared to them, it made people have more of an opinion.
Yeah.
So if I'd have been on my own, there's no one to compare.
I can totally believe that, because even myself, like, even when I first started watching them, I immediately, like, it was like, it sucks that, like, I'm like that, and I really want to change that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a very judgmental person, and I hate judgmental people. It's like, everything that I dislike is all stuff that I do. You know what I mean? So, like, that is, like, a part of growth. Like, I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to get over it. But when I first started watching Little Mix, I would always comment on, like, oh, like, Perry is this, or, oh, like, oh, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Leanne's not looking that good today, or, oh, Jade's not looking good compared to, like, the other 3. You know what I mean? Even though they were all, like, amazing. So, it's like, it happens. I definitely, this is so true. It's so true, man.
Compare me to, do you know what I mean? I don't know. But I found it worse.
Because I think as well, like, I've interviewed Leanne about a similar thing that she went through. So she was searching out the online hate. Did you guys ever discuss it?
No. I knew it affected Leanne though. She's better at dealing with it than me. Yeah.
How did it affect your own personal relationship with your body image and beauty?
I never had an issue with my weight or the way I looked before X Factor, before social media. And then as soon as I got it, I slowly, mentally started to believe everything that people were saying about me. It just consumed my whole life, every single part of me. Relationships, work, friendships, everything. Eating, like it consumed me.
Because you say very powerfully in the documentary that you started not turning up to work at some points as well.
Yeah.
So when you were at home and you were on your own and you knew that your bandmates were out there, because I think you were in like career at one point when you didn't go, what were you doing and what were you thinking?
The way I used to see it was, if I'm not seen with them, I won't get pictured. So there won't be an article for people to then comment and troll me on. So I was like, if I'm not seen with them as much, people won't have an opinion. But instead, it caused more of an opinion, because then there was articles, where's Jesy? Why is she not with the girls?
What was the turning point when you thought you could come back out the house again?
Well, when I got rid of Twitter, I was addicted to social media. My daily routine was waking up 6 o'clock in the morning and typing the worst things I could about myself on Twitter, because in my brain I thought, right, this is how I'm going to deal with it. If I keep reading these, my brain will eventually get so used to seeing them that it ain't going to affect me anymore, because my brain will just see it and go, oh, I've seen that already.
Yo, my life.
As much. It didn't.
My life, man. This is me, like 1,000%. And I feel like this is why I also connect with Jesy a lot. Out of all the girls, you know what I mean? And it's insane, bro, because like even with the comments, like I tell myself that, because every morning this is how I wake up, right? Well, this is how I used to wake up. I used to literally, like, I'd wake up, you know, I'd sit in my bed and I would literally just go through all the comments, like especially when I first started posting these videos, I go through all the comments until I like got to a point where I was just like, because it would suck, bro. Like there's so many haters, man. Like I would get tired of seeing people, and then it's like there's hate, but it was literally people who just saw like someone else commented it, so then they'd comment it like just to like add on to it. Like they probably didn't even think the video was bad. They just comment on it just because they saw somebody else did. You know what I mean? But I would wake up, do that, then I would like start going through Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, freaking everything, man. Like, and I'd go through them, and like I'd close out of Twitter, and then I'd get on Instagram, and then I'd open back up I'd open back up Twitter, and I'd be like, oh man, let me just keep on refreshing this feed, or let's search some more stuff. And like I keep searching my name and like all types of stuff, and I would just like hate it, you know? Now I get up, I open my window like immediately, like, cause now I get up around like, I try to get up at like 6:30, 7, because like that's when I'll go do my morning cardio. But sometimes, like especially if I was recording or editing really late, because my computer like I've been doing these like 30-minute videos lately, and it takes forever on my old computer. Like I'm literally editing on a 2011 MacBook. Like it takes forever to render out some stuff, you know what I mean? So I would like, if I wake up late, then I like, now I'll literally, like I said, I'll open my window, it'd be like super bright, get the sun in. I won't even touch my phone until after I've like brushed my teeth, after I'm on my way to the gym. Like when I'm walking to the gym is when I'll like finally like, oh okay, this person messaged me, or oh okay, let's go through and like all these comments and stuff and like respond to you guys. And like I screenshot like the most popular comments and stuff like that for like which videos to check out next and all that and whatnot. And it was just crazy, man. It really is a big thing. It really is. Social media really can't take you over. And if you can't take breaks from it, or let's put it this way, you should take breaks from it because it'll help you like realize how non-important it is to you. You know what I mean? Like now, like on the weekends, like I'm rarely on any social media besides like YouTube Studio, just like liking comments and things like that. Like besides that, I'm not on. I set all my posts to like auto posts and things like that. That's it, man.
Help at all. It just made me more and more depressed, made me a completely different person. And I eventually started speaking to a therapist.
I think it's amazing that you can sit here and say that you went to a therapist and you encourage others to do similar things.
I think people are quite embarrassed almost to say that they'll go see a therapist, and it's like, I don't know, something you should be ashamed of, but it isn't. Everyone's got problems. Since making this documentary, it's helped me so much talking about it, because I couldn't before, like I couldn't talk about it because it made me too upset. I think it made me upset because I wasn't talking about it, and it was like this heavy weight that I was just carrying around with me for so many years. And since I've like been openly speaking about it, I now do an interview and I don't bloody cry.
What did you learn about yourself through going to therapy? What's the biggest lesson you learned from that?
I've really learned that like, as long as I'm happy within myself and like mentally I'm happy up here, it doesn't matter what other people think. Everyone's always going to have an opinion, you can't stop that. As long as I feel good in myself and I'm happy, then that's all that matters.
Facts.
It's amazing to be able to sit here and say that you've been on that journey
Be
and
strong,
now you're coming out the
boo-boo.
other side.
It sounds really sad, but I never thought I could feel happy again, ever. Now I'm sitting here like openly talking about it, and I never thought I'd be sitting here making this documentary, doing this interview, feeling confident, feeling empowered, feeling back to how I used to feel, feeling happy again. And that is why I wanted to make this documentary, because there's so many people that go through life thinking that's it, that's how they're going to feel forever, and it isn't.
Yeah.
And I think that's why so many people, you know, commit suicide, because they don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. I just want people to know that if you just stick through it and you talk to people, it gets better.
What's been the hardest thing for you to film in this documentary or discuss?
Meeting Sean's mum and dad, Anne and Pud, the girl who took her own life. The fact that her mum and dad, like it's not even been a year since she passed away, could like openly sit there and be that brave enough to like sit there and tell me her story. They must be so mentally strong to be able to do that, and I just thought it was incredible that they want to share that story because they want to help other people. That for me, like, that was horrible.
How did
That's
that change
crazy,
you
man.
and your perception?
I mean, it was just an eye-opener for me that like seeing the effects, what it does to like the people that you obviously leave behind. It's another reason why I wanted to do this, because so many people like go online and think, oh, whether they're like having a laugh with their mates and someone's like the butt of the joke, or whether they just think that person's not going to see it. You don't know that, and that person can see that, and that one comment can completely change their mindset and how they feel about themselves. And I just think people need to know the effects that it has on people. It's kind of sad really, because you must feel crap about yourself to want to make someone feel that low. And I think that is why trolls do it, because they are sad within themselves or don't feel good about themselves, and so by doing that it makes them feel better.
One of the things that really stuck with me from watching this is
Yeah.
when your mum said
Yeah.
that she'd want to just have the old you back.
Yeah.
If you like, trolls are like literally the worst people on the internet, okay? They're the worst, but honestly they do, like, I'm like at a battle with it, okay? Because sometimes like it's hilarious, like sometimes it's actually hilarious, like I'm not even gonna front with y'all, like sometimes like I laugh at certain things, you know what I mean? And it's not, I would say like there's a level, you know, like there's a line that can be crossed, and once you cross that line, it's like, all right, bro, like, because a lot of people also, they got to realize that like the internet isn't real life. You know what I mean? Like the internet is literally like, you're not supposed to be 100% yourself on the internet. Like you're supposed to put out only what you want to put out, and that's it. Like no one's ever supposed to have like 100% of your life or whatever on the internet. You know what I mean? Like all your personal business, all that, because naturally people are just going to use everything that you've ever said against you if it ever comes down to like your downfall, you know what I mean, or anything like that. So just keep that aware. Keep that in your mind. Why did I say keep that aware? I gotta start reading more, because I'm starting to talk like a retard. Oh my god. See? Offensive. I'm so sorry. I've been trying to stop saying that as well, because a lot of people have been finding that offensive, and it's not even like that I don't understand why they would find it offensive, and I kind of do. You know what I mean? But it's almost like the Dave Chappelle thing. I'm not even gonna get into it. We'll be talking all day, baby. Back to the interview.
Do you ever think or feel that you wish you could take away the fame and never have had to deal with the emotions you've been through?
But it wasn't the fame, it was social media that was the main thing that affected me. And then obviously being in the public eye, I couldn't get away from it. I couldn't hide. I couldn't just
Oh, I don't think she understood that question.
take time off and be sad.
Because that's exactly what it is. That like that
get on with it.
in your life,
And that was
all
what
of that she just said is the fame. Like that's what fame is. Like I don't want the fame. Like I don't want to be famous, you know what I'm saying? I want the money, okay? So that I can be completely 100% secure in my life. I can go do whatever I want to do. I can go have as many kids as I want, give them the most fruitful life they've ever had, turn them into the greatest human beings that this earth has ever seen. You know what I mean? That's what I want money for. I don't want money just because I want to go buy a bunch of materialistic stuff. Like, no, I want money just so I can wake up every day and have no worries. Like, money solves a lot of problems, but not all your problems, okay? And that's what I think a lot of people don't understand.
I really struggled with, like pretending to be happy.
I think as well, you guys have some of the most empowering songs out there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always fist pumping to them, and I'm like, yes!
Facts.
Yeah.
I'm
Big
being more
facts.
empowered from listening to this.
Even
but
as
when
a
you're on
straight man,
stage and
big
you're going
facts.
through these emotions internally, what are you telling yourself to get yourself out on that stage?
I didn't want to be on stage, and eventually my love for performing, and I just ended up hating it. And it stopped me from wanting to go on stage and perform. But the things that got me through it were like fans, seeing their support and how much like our music affected them.
Why, when you have so many positive comments of people being like, you're amazing, you're incredible, you inspire me every day, why do you think you gave more weight to the negative?
Because it was everywhere. It was in magazines, it was exploited on X Factor, I couldn't get away from it. There probably was loads of positives, didn't let myself see it because all I saw was the bad ones. And once you see one bad comment, you then see like a million, and then that's all that stays with you. You never think about the positives.
Facts.
Because the bad outweigh the good.
What's the most extreme thing you've done in order to try and conform to something you thought you should be like?
I so desperately wanted validation from other people. I just wanted to be Jesy. I didn't want to be Jesy the fat one. Just wanted people to see me as normal. I starved myself. I just like punished myself really. And if I did eat, I hated myself. I punished myself and like made sure that I didn't eat for like 4 days. It was horrible. It was just a vicious circle.
That's
so one of the
crazy,
things that
bro.
we were just talking about was the crying, and how you actually posted about this quite recently, saying sometimes out of nowhere I'll get these random waves of sadness. I don't know why. Laughing is a natural emotion, so why do we stop ourselves from crying? If I feel sad, I now let it out.
Yeah.
How game-changing has that been for you?
I think that's why I fell into such a deep depression, because I didn't allow myself to be sad. I just had to be happy all the time. And the only times I got to be sad was when I went home and went to sleep, and I'd like cry myself to sleep, and then I'd get up the next morning and I was like, oh, photo shoot, I have to pretend to feel fabulous and happy. And I wasn't. When I feel sad, I'm just sad now. Like, I'll let myself be sad and then I'm over it because I've let it out. I haven't tried to keep it in. If you feel sad, be bloody sad, it's okay.
Embrace it.
Yeah,
Because you're sat here right now, you're in love with yourself more than ever before.
absolutely.
And how amazing is it to sit here and be able to say that?
This is the most I've ever loved myself, but I never thought that would happen. And I think there's so many girls that probably feel that way now and think they're never going to feel good about themselves. But you can and you will. And it's all about talking and letting people know how you feel. And you will get through it and you will overcome it.
And you should never forget that you're an absolute babe.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, Exhibit A, right here.
Let her know,
Don't get it.
cuz.
Oh,
Thanks so much, babe. You've been
No,
amazing.
Come on,
You're
man. That's
epic.
Thank you so
Crazy.
much.
Congrats.
Thank you.
And I mean it, you should be so proud of
Thank you
yourself.
so much.
Make sure you subscribe to the Glamour UK channels now to see more empowering content with such people such as Jesy. And make sure you come back in 2 weeks for the next episode of Glamour Unfiltered with me, Josh Smith. Ding.
Love you guys. No, that's awesome, man. Honestly, that's brilliant. I love how they linked Perry's interview. Her interview is going crazy right now. Like, honestly, it's going out of this world. But anyway, man, like, it's brilliant, bro. Like, I love watching people be human. I love watching people admit that they have problems, because a lot of people can't admit it. Like, a lot of people really can't ever admit that they actually have problems or that they go through things. And you guys just gotta know, like, all of you, especially a lot of you are like younger. And it's crazy because, like, it's not really a lot of you that are actually like that young. Like, 'cause my analytics, like, I only have like 3% that are like 13, 18. The rest is like 20. Like, my biggest percentage is like 48%. Like, is like it's like 21 to 28 or something like that. It's kind of crazy, honestly, because I didn't really expect that on YouTube. But anyway, a lot of you guys gotta know, man, like, people are just trash sometimes, you know what I mean? And you gotta know, whenever someone's hurting you, like, it's because of the fact that they're hurting. And you gotta understand that hurt people, okay, all the time. That's always how it's gonna be. And you gotta realize, like, whenever someone says something to you, like, the easiest thing you can say back, like, if someone says something, you can just be like, oh wow, that hurt. You know what I mean? But like, don't say it like, you can say it and like giggle, like, oh man, that hurt. You know what I mean? Like, look off, like, okay. But like, that will let them know. Like, it may not let them know like immediately, but they'll understand eventually. They'll be like, oh dang, man, like, was that a little too far? Like, did I cross the line there? You know what I mean? Like, let people know that you have boundaries. That's the biggest thing to life. Like, you gotta let people know that you have boundaries. All right, I love you guys so much. Don't forget, if you guys haven't already, to subscribe to the channel with post notifications on. See you tomorrow. Peace.